Welcome back. My name is John Fedro. In this video, we're talking about luxury upscale mobile home communities potentially coming to an area near you. What does that mean for the industry? And what are these things, these upscale parks going to look like? More about that in this video. Before we jump in the video, like and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell notification so you can be alerted to new videos as they come out very regularly. Let's talk about this. I want to talk first about what this isn't. This is not manufactured home parks that have been around for the last 60, 70, 80 years. Even newer mobile home parks are just normal mobile home parks. There's 40,000+ mobile home parks around the country. Some of those are one star where you would be a little scared to maybe go through. Many of us maybe have pictures in our mind of what those mobile home parks look like. And then also 5-star communities, RV communities, mobile home communities that already exist. There's one in California that I'm thinking about, Paradise Cove. It's known as the most expensive mobile home community in the world. With homes regularly going for over $1 million. This is in Malibu. It's all about location, beautiful homes, but somewhat normal homes, just amazing views. And if you want to be there, if you want to rub shoulders with celebrities, you're going to pay astronomical prices. So we're not talking about the mobile home parks that are already in existence. We are talking about expanding and creating from scratch brand new ones that are catering towards millennials, that are catering towards professional workers, that are catering to people that are maybe less affluent than the $1 million homes, but they still want to be in a nice gated community with all the amenities, with all the luxuries that most people would want if you're in some sort of community or subdivision. From what I can see, a lot of these luxury parks are going to be rolled out in metro markets around Texas. And that's because there's huge populations there in Houston, in Dallas, near Austin. That's what this, there's a couple companies leading this push. They're big name companies, or I know Yes Communities is. Now, besides Yes Communities, Live Lone Star seems to be breaking ground on a $34 million luxury manufactured home community in Pearland. That's outside of the Houston area, but in the metro market. Houston even sporting a trailer-themed bar, which I would most likely go to if I was in the area. It's important for parks to be in metro markets so the demand can be there for the buyers. You know, if they build this park, will the people come?
If you build it, he will come.
Will the people come to live in those manufactured homes? I gotta say, these mobile homes are gorgeous. We're not talking about cheap properties either. We're talking about homes right here in the Houston Agent magazine. The firm plans that the homes will range from between $80,000 to $150,000. And it's interesting, I find here, that the people have to then enter into a 5-year lease, typically where they rent the land. They own the home, they rent the land. These are in land-leased parks. Which is incredible. I know that the lot rent for people being locked in for 5 years, they're probably going to be able to leave if they have to, but that is a long lease. And lot rents around $550 to $675. I think we all know that those will go up over time, maybe slowly, maybe fast, but once people are sort of in the park, they're kind of locked in there. These homes are not as mobile as they once were. The community at Pearland, it's going to boast resort-style pool, workout facility, event lawns. I assume maybe they'll have concerts or live music. There's dog parks, there's playgrounds, sports courts, really trying to bring in sort of a younger crowd. Some of these communities around Texas are expanding a couple hundred spaces. Maybe they have 200 spaces now, they're expanding to 500, where those other 300 units are going to be sort of the luxury area. And then there's other parks that are just building from scratch. And this is awesome. I love this idea because this is something that is at least different. It's at least good that there's positive feedback. This is the culmination of decades worth of work, getting mobile homes and mobile home parks to be a little bit more looked at in favorable eyes with city council members so that we can build actually build parks, and then also for the public, people that have never lived in a manufactured home now looking towards manufactured home parks. And so we need to have more regulation that allows us to build these. The reason we're not able to build as an industry is because the permits are difficult, and people are not in my backyard. We all know we need more affordable housing, but who wants to raise their hand to say, yeah, put a mobile home park right next door, so my land value and property values can probably plummet. So it's tough, and I don't pretend to have an answer, but I love this. I like that things are happening, things are moving, that the perception of mobile home parks, of upscale manufactured home communities, could be sold enough that these parks are being developed with loop trails, with ponds, with the signature pier, with golf simulators, pickleball courts, jogging paths, splash park for kids. This is awesome. This is such a community that, I haven't seen things like this from when I've heard of back in the 1950s and 60s, when you had Elvis and you had famous stars going to parks and living this just different lifestyle that wasn't even a thing before. And this, park, this manufactured upscale community, I can almost see where so many people are going into the community with just their eyes wide open of, oh my gosh, this is a manufactured home. This is a manufactured home community. It checks all of my boxes, except maybe I don't own the land, which is a bummer, which these homes can be sort of an intermediary thing. People live in homes 2, 5, 10 years, and that's what these serve, to be affordable homes for folks maybe before they graduate to something else, to something with land. And I want to show you an article right now from MH Village Pro that talks about every year there's a national showcase on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. And this is usually held in June for a couple days. They place a few manufactured homes, you can see right here. That's pretty cool. I think that it's nice that, congressmen and women can walk through these homes, and I'm sure that does some amount of good. I'm sure it's no miracle, but it's pretty cool. A lot of these folks congressmen and women that have never been in a mobile home or even looked at a mobile home, it's cool that they can see kind of what the new products are, and that these aren't that scary, and that there should be more regulation to allow mobile home parks to be built.
This may in fact be the future of housing, and we are on the cutting edge of making it happen for every single American. Oh, I'm impressed.
A lot of folks have never been able to walk into one of these homes, and so a big part of why we're here is just so policymakers and others can get that experience.
I even like that one person, Mark Sickles, Virginia House of Delegates, wish that more people knew about manufactured housing products, and said, I think if more boards of supervisors and city councils saw these homes, they would be more willing to change their codes and allow them to occur. This, I hope, is going to be a future, and as this works in the Dallas, Houston, Austin area, this can expand outward into metro markets all around the country, on the outskirts a bit, where there's nice luxury manufactured home communities that one day people will be jealous. People will say, oh, you live in that manufactured home community? Man, I really want to be there. They have the best golf simulator or live music, or this concert that was going to some cool, manufactured home community. I'm not sure if we'll ever get there, but we can dream. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, if you agree, disagree, or your thoughts, I'd love to hear them down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any personal questions, you can comment below or email me directly at support@mobilehomeinvesting.net. That's support@mobilehomeinvesting.net. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.